Spiritual Psychics TV is hosting the first annual recognition of achievements this December, acknowledging those who dedicate their lives to a spiritual act of kindness. Spiritual Psychics TV, bringing spiritual people together.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Divine Service at Wimbledon Spiritualist Church. I'd like to introduce our mediums today, Lorraine and Alan. Good morning and welcome. They are here, just off camera, but they are here, and they're so looking forward to it. Friends, I'd also like to thank Spiritual Psychics TV, and you see the trailers at the beginning of the meeting. Try and start voting tomorrow and do your best and vote for who you think is best on the station, and that's very important. And if you think Wimbledon Spiritualist Church deserves a vote for the Sunday service, please also do that. And if you think I'm the most handsomest chairperson in the church, I'm happy for you to do that as well. As I'm the only chairperson in the church, that's it. So friends, welcome. I'm going to ask our mediums to open our meeting with prayer.
If you'd like to join me in the quiet. And while we're in the quiet and the stillness of the mind, let's just take this moment to expand our awareness so we get that wonderful soul connection. Divine and loving Spirit, we ask that you shine down on this gathering here this morning and bring us the essence of your divine world. Take our hands and lead us on a journey of enlightenment, a journey of discovery. And we ask those in the spirit world wishing to communicate this morning that they bring us that evidence that life is continuous, with the memories and the laughter and the love. And we ask that Lorraine and I could be used as pure channels to work in your love, your light, and your truth. So we'd now like to leave this service in your safekeeping. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Alan. Can we now keep that healing thought and those prayers for healing for those who are in need of healing? I'll just get the list. We've got quite a lot of names this morning. So I would ask that you pray for Sharon, Shirley, Babs, Jackie, Kelly and Stephen, Mary, Jill, Amber, Joe, Tina, Andy, Claire, Elaine and Mark, Jim, Kim, Christine, Sue, Zuzu, Petra, and Phil and Pam Cox. We place those names into your loving care and connection, and we know through the love and power of the Spirit, thy manifestation will be done. Amen. Can we now say together the serenity words? God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Thank you, friends. Now going to ask George to go round with the collection, and also to announce to you, anyone online who wishes to donate to the church, there is a PayPal account for doing that. You don't have to have PayPal to be able to do that. And we would ask you to donate to www.paypal.com/PayPalMe/LAD promotions. That is part of the church. It's not a secret account, it's part of the church. And donate there. And I'd like to say a thank you to those who donated last week online, and to those who have set up direct debits as well. I thank you. And those who donate here this morning. And we're now going to have a piece of music.
You're watching a divine service, broadcasting live to Facebook and YouTube. The show will continue after these short announcements. Tonight from 8 p.m. we have our VIP fledgling night with Moira Hawkins. Details about becoming a VIP can be found on our website. Tomorrow morning we have our show, Brunch with SPTV. This is hosted by Alison and Stace, that starts from 11 a.m. with guests, readings, discussions, workshops, and much more. From 8 p.m. tomorrow night, Matt and Kirsty host their Spiritual Questions and Answers show, with live oracle and mediumship readings. For more information on our broadcasts, schedule, and information about the presenters, please visit our website. That's it for all the announcements. I'll pass you back to Wimbledon Spiritualist Church. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you. Thank you all who've donated here in the church and those who will donate online. We'd like to say a few hellos to names on screen, please. Morning, Pam, and welcome to our church service this morning. Sylvie Freestone, good morning and welcome. Ross Howarth, good morning. Christine, good morning and welcome. Jacqueline Hill, good morning, Jackie. I hope you're well, darling. You sent some lovely pictures on Facebook the last couple of days, some beautiful ones. Thank you. Margaret Bartley, good morning, Margaret. I hope you're well. You look happy and cheerful. Look after yourself. Angela Clayton, good morning and welcome. Val, good morning and welcome to you. Emma Butler, good morning and welcome. Stace Shaw, good morning and welcome. Carrie Ann Marshall Kearns, good morning and welcome. Alison Turnbull, good morning. Christine, good morning and welcome. Look after yourself, love. Christine Moraes, good morning again, Christine. Nice to see you again. Millie B, good morning and welcome. And the same good welcome to you too as well. Thank you. Alison Barton, good morning and welcome. Jenny Bennett, good morning and welcome. Jamie Lee Watson, good morning and welcome. Sue Chadwick, good morning and welcome. We have a couple more. Lynn Milton, good morning and welcome. Petra, good morning and welcome. You look after yourself. You're in our prayers. Tessa White, good morning and welcome. Michaela Hannah, good morning and welcome. One more. Sue, good morning from Lewisham. Hello, as I went through there the other day. Good morning and look after yourself and welcome. We're now going to ask the medium to do the reading, which will then be followed by the address. It's all yours.
Good morning, everybody. I chose this reading because I think it fits the times we're in at the moment, but it's called A Theme from Time. Stand before me on the sign of infinity, all of you of the earth, with the granting law of promenation, comes with the application of change. I will give you the key, And with this knowledge, please realize, comes the responsibility for sharing it. I will show you the way. It's very simple. Throughout the universe, there is an order. In the movement of the planets, in nature, and in the functioning of the human mind. A mind that is in its natural state of order is in harmony with the universe, and such a mind is timeless. Your life is an expression of your mind. A mind that's in its natural state of order, expression of your mind, you are the creator of your own universe. For as a human being, you are free to will whatever state of being you desire, through the use of your thoughts. But there is great power there. It can be a blessing or a curse. It's entirely up to you. For the quality of your thinking is brought about by the quality of your life is brought about by the quality of your thinking. Think about that. Thoughts produce actions. Look at what you're thinking. See the pettiness, the envy, the greed, the fear, and all the other attitudes that can cause you pain and discomfort. Realize that the one thing you have absolute control over is your attitude. See the effect it has on those around you, for each life is linked to all life. And your words carry with them a chain reaction, like a stone that's thrown into the pond. If your thinking is in order, your words will flow directly from your heart, creating ripples of love. If you truly want to change your world, my friends, you must change your thinking. Reason is your greatest tool. You must change your thinking. Reason is your greatest tool. It creates an atmosphere of understanding which leads to caring, which is love. Choose your words with care, my friends, and go forth with love. Thank you for listening. I chose that reading this morning because I think we've all been talking about lockdowns and coronavirus and the fear that's going on around us. And I think our minds are very powerful. I didn't realize how powerful our minds become, because until I got into the spiritual movement, which was quite late in life, I found spiritualism. I never listened to myself, and I think it's really important that we listen to ourselves, because I missed it for a great period of my life, listening to me and finding out about me. And we've all gone through the experiences of thinking about somebody or that sort of thing, and then the phone might ring, or I bumped into you, God, I haven't seen you for years, and there you was, I was thinking about you yesterday. I believe that's the power of thought. I mean, we all stand in the churches and we send out our healing to those that's needed. If we didn't believe in our thoughts getting to where they go, why do we bother sitting there and sending these thoughts out to our loved ones? So I believe whatever we think about is very powerful. And so we have to be very careful what we think about, because it can either lift you up or bring you down sometimes. And I always try to turn negatives into positives. So if something happens to me that's quite negative, I try to switch it to a positive. My daughter wrote one of my cars off a few months ago. And I turned up, got her in my car, off she went, and I sorted getting the car home. And she was really worried about telling me, when we come face to face later on that day, about actually writing my car off. And I said, it's only a car, Joe, so don't worry about it. Because it's no good getting upset over spilt milk, as I've always said, but you've got to change that. And by my positive thinking at that time and saying, well, don't worry about it, they wrote the car off, and I actually made more money than I would have done if I'd have sold it. So that's why I turn negatives into positives. And we can do that with ourselves. Some of us sit at home in the evenings and we bring ourselves down with the worry that's going on around us, the fear, am I allowed out? Am I allowed to do this? If we bring that and switch that to a positive, we'll feel a lot better. Because, you know, Lorraine and I, we do quite a few churches and we do a few Zoom sessions, and we see the pain that people are going through. We were at Reading Church last night, and I linked with somebody, and I could just feel the pain that person was going through, and the worry and the stress. And hopefully I made her evening a little bit better. You know, she's gone home. She had a good cry within the church there, and she's gone home, and I know she would have felt better. It's just look after yourselves, I say. Look after your own mind. Try to keep a positive way rather than a negative way of thinking, and we'll all get through whatever's come in, or whatever we've been through, we'll get through it. We've been through worse than this before, so no doubt we'll get through it. We just need to change our mindset. So thanks very much for listening.
Thank you, Alan, for both the reading and the address. Now, friends, we're coming to that part of the service where the mediums will demonstrate the gifts of the Spirit, bringing the two worlds just that little bit closer. Can I remind those on screen that you will have a 15-second delay. So if you're replying to a yes about a man or a woman, family member, please explain what you're saying yes to. And if you're saying no, also what you're saying no to. There's also the people here in the church will speak up, and hopefully you'll hear some of their yeses and nos, but there's about 16, 17 people here today. So we have got the mics on. And I'll just hand over to the mediums to bring this world and the next world just that little bit closer. Thank you, friends.
I was going to say good evening, but it's good morning. Bit of a rush to get down here and sort of getting up early, so half asleep still. But it's lovely to see everyone's face and just give me that lovely energy and lots of smiles. Don't be so serious, you know. Right, I've got I've got a young boy here actually. I do feel that he's sort of probably teenage years, and I'm getting the name Josh around him, and I do feel like he would have taken his own life. I do feel with him that it was something to do with like bullying. I do feel with him that I'm really sort of a lovely lad, very sensitive and very, I felt very sort of knowledgeable as well. I felt like old for his years. Can anyone understand this young lad? Right, okay. Let me just go on a little bit more. I know that I feel like I want to talk to a sister. He's coming through with like a sisterly vibration here, which I feel like I want to talk to my sister. When I get sort of like someone talking to me, I don't actually hear them talk to me. I sort of feel it and know it. So when I say he's saying this, he's not actually telling me, you know, physically. Okay, let me see a little bit more. I know with him, I feel that I do feel like I would have taken my life because I feel like I can't breathe. So I know I'm being drawn to the throat. I don't want to go into that too much because I know that he doesn't want to, but I just feel like I need to give this information. And I know that it was like he was just sort of at his last. I just felt like I just feel quite hopeless, and that's the reason why I took my life. Can anyone take this at all now? No, it's a good start. Right, no one can take it online neither. Right, okay. Can anyone take this if I take the name away, Josh away? Because sometimes, did I say Josh? I'm not too sure if I said Josh. Right. Sometimes, you know, they give me a name. It might not be his name. It could be someone around him. But I know with him, I feel that I'm very much a loved young man. I do feel like I might have been at school or sort of at that sort of leaving age around that time. You can't take. Oh, thank you, Richard. Sorry, everyone else, but this is online, isn't it? So that's good. Right, okay. Right, okay, let me see where this goes. But can Justin take the rest of the information? Let me see if we can get this. Because I know he's here and he wants to speak to his sister. So Justin, can you take the information?
About 15, 20 seconds delay.
And sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen, but this is how it goes.
Perhaps carry on talking to Richard.
Okay. Right, Richard. So you can't take the name Josh or Joshua? Right, okay. But you can take everything else? Right, and he's got a sister? Okay. And I felt like she's grown up. Has she got children? I know this is asking a question, but I felt like, has she got children? Because he's talking about children, and I feel that this is what he's trying to bring in, and I do feel like there's something going on with the one of the children is going through like a little bit of I'm not saying bullying, but it's more of being picked on a little bit. And this is what he's coming in, and this is why he wants to come in to say, to be careful, just to be aware of what's going on around, I want to say a young girl. Would she have a young girl? Okay. So this is what he's coming in with. He wants to say, you know, he's given this love and this, you know, protection around her. But I just feel, I'm not saying that, well, he's not saying rather that it's as bad as what he was going through, but I just feel like there's a little bit of tension around her, a little bit of being picked on. And I just felt like, you know, his sister needs to sort of like, you know, sort of like have a look at this and sort of take this in hand before it gets too out of control.
Well, if you see that Justin's just said also he wasn't that old.
Right, okay. So I might have a double look here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's always a good one, isn't it? So if you could pass that on, Richard, that'd be really great, because this is what I feel like he's coming through for. And there's a lot of love there as well, because I feel like he was very close to his sister. And but he's not mentioned his mum. So I'm not too sure whether she's actually passed, because I feel like there's, I don't know, I just felt like she might have passed. Has she passed? Okay then, so if you understand that, I just felt that that's why he was coming in for his sister. Okay, so take his love, and if you could pass that on to his sister, that would be great. Thank you very much. Okay, I can take all but his age. Okay then, let me see what I've got here for him. So can you, oh, sorry, Justin, could you take some of that, what I just actually said as well? Right, let me see. Okay, so what I'm getting for you, Justin, is that I do feel that you've been at a crossroads where I feel like you wanting to change directions. I don't know whether this is in work or whether this is in just in your life, but I just feel that he's coming in for the reason is that you're being, I wouldn't say picked on, but slightly picked on or sort of left behind. I feel that it's like if it's to do with work, I feel like it's something that you're not being appreciated.
Yes,
something
like he wasn't in teenage years.
Okay. But I do feel like with you, it's more to do with like you're not being recognised for what you're doing. You're not being appreciated. I feel like this is something which is going on, and you need to move on away from that. And I just feel that this is why Joshua is coming in for you, because it's more of like you need to sort yourself out and need to stop this. I suppose it's like a form of bullying. Sorry, I keep looking down at the screen. I'm not looking at the camera. But it's like a form of bullying, and I feel that he will sort of come in to sort of help you get away from this situation. Can you take this, Justin? This is the trouble, isn't it? So you have to wait a little while. Okay. And that's all he wants to come in and say. Okay. I hope you can understand that, Justin, and yeah, take his regards, because I do feel that you were quite close to this this young man. And I'm going to leave it there, okay? So I hope that sort of makes sense to you. Thank you for working with me. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Right. Let's go then. Just replied again. Yes, maybe from someone, but I'm not worried about it. I can take that, yes.
Okay.
Well done. I'm going to go into here, I think, because I normally get to see who I'm going to work with, and on screen I can't always see it. So I'm going to try it both ways, because it's quite a difficult thing for me, and I work at a fast speed, so I have to learn online to slow right down. I want to come to the back of the to the church here. Yes, thank you. You just look to the left there. The lady at the back of the church with the lovely blonde hair. Hi, Tess. I don't know why I'm being drawn to you, but I have somebody in the spirit world, a lady in the spirit world, who you would understand wouldn't have reached a great age. I feel I'm middle-aged, 30s, 40s here. Does this make sense to you? Yeah. Thank you. Because as this lady draws close, she was giving me the name either Pam or Pamela or something like. You can take that, thank you, because I couldn't quite get which way round it was. I know. Way back, yeah, and you would understand if this is the lady I'm with in the spirit world, she would have passed to the spirit world. Oh, she's telling me in her mid-age there, so I think between the 30s and 40s there, you'd make sense. I'm being drawn to the top of my here, you would understand, and I feel this is what would have taken her to the spirit world. You were thinking of her. Well, there's, you know, we talk about the talk we talked earlier and the power of thought. You know, spirit are always around us. They're always there, and they always want to link with us. And one of the things I wanted to say within my talk is we need to listen. And the more we listen, the more information we'll get and we can act upon, because we know best for ourselves. And as she talks about that to me, I know that something that's going on around you at the moment that we know best about ourselves. Would you understand that? Yeah. You do, okay? Because I feel somebody is trying to either coerce you into something or do something that you don't want to do, basically. I know what's good for me. I'm not talking about maybe the corona area, but I'm talking about in general. Somebody likes to do a bit of... take my view rather than your own view. Would you understand that? Yeah. Okay, Mum's in spirit. Yeah, because she just shouted out, I'm here as well. I know Mum was quite a fun, loving woman, you know, understand? She was bubbly. Have I got her right or not?
Sometimes she was bubbly when she had a drink, sometimes...
Well, okay, well, I'm bubbly when I've had a drink, but yeah, you would understand. She had a nice sort of... at times, then I'd say this, because she gives me this up and down, as you've just said, but she has this nice approaching type lady, yeah? Would you understand that? I could approach her and I could talk to her.
Well, certain type of people could approach her.
Yeah, okay, well...
People might run away from.
Yeah, I think you'd have to understand your mother. You know what I mean? Once you got to know her, you'd love her. Yeah, okay, but it's, you know, some people we have to sort of take a step back from at times. You'd understand that, thank you. And she could be quite annoying at times, she's telling me, yeah? And I know that there would have been those times when you just sort of go, oh, leave me alone, yeah, because this is the way she makes people. She's laughing about this, so I know she had a good sense of humour, you know, she's just like, well, I want to say the words grow up. Okay, I don't know why she's given me that. I just want to give it to you. But it's like I need to grow up at times. Mum was a bit like this in her younger days, you know. She needed to grow up because I feel she was a bit of a what? No, I can't say it that way. Sorry, not in that way. A bit of a character, you know. She liked to wind people up. Yeah, that's the way I want to put it. Thank you. She loved to wind the people up, and she loved to gossip. She tells me. Well, yeah. My mum wasn't so much of a gossiper, but I know your mum was, because she talks about that. School. She's talking about school to me, so I know there's something going on, whether you're a teacher or you work within the school, or there's something going on with a child around you within the school. Would you understand that? Thank you, because I just feel there's a lot of upset up and down here at the moment with arguments. Is this with, do you have a daughter or is this your child?
It's a great niece
A niece. And is this your daughter's niece?
and my niece's daughter.
So your niece's daughter, okay, because I feel that's where the problem is, and it's a talk amongst the family there to try and. She's not very happy, your niece. That's all I can feel from the spirit world. Did you understand that?
Oh, I know my niece has not been happy for years.
Okay, I just feel that it's come down from spirit there about the unhappiness, and she needs the help of those around her at the moment. You'd understand. Take the love from the spirit world. Take the love from your mum, because I like your mum. She's all right. She's a good mum. Well, she tried to be, she tells me, okay? If I put it that way.
She had an asco on her.
Oh, an Aspo, yeah. I would understand that, the way she comes across to me there. But just take her love, because she said, I don't care. And she didn't care. That's what she just said to me. I don't care, and I don't care up here either. I'm just getting on with the way I want to be. And she wants you to get on with the way you want to be, okay? Because there's something stopping you at the moment. Something's holding you up. She wants you to get over that hurdle and get on with it, okay? Be a bit like, she said, be a bit more like me, but not too much. Yes, yeah, okay. I have a job here and you're that far back, but know she's around you and know the love's there for you. Kenny or Kenneth or somebody like that has just shouted out.
Yeah, I know that is. Yeah.
Okay, he just wants to say, hi, don't forget me either. And who was it? I'm going to move on in a sec, but who worked around the coal? Oh, you did like a coal. Well, maybe he's in the spirit world and he still likes you then to come through to say hi. But I just got somebody that would have worked with coal. So just I don't want to give all your secrets away because we're on TV here and the whole world's going to know. But take his regard or love because he's obviously, we meet people within our lives, don't we? And we don't know where how much of how much of an influence we put on these people. We might have only met them 2 or 3 times and off they go to the spirit world, but to them that was really important that we met at that stage in our lives. Take his regards and love, and your mum will look after him, she says, okay. So take her love. Thanks very much for working with me. I've got to try and work with somebody online now because it's unfair, isn't it? So I know where I'm going, but on the way here in the car, I felt I was going to be working for somebody in America, but let's just see where we're going to go with this. I get drawn to people, and I'm ever so sorry for this, but can I come to you, Richard? There was an elderly lady. I'm elderly.
Richard, or me?
Sorry, you.
Right.
It was an elderly lady. She was about the 4th person on the screen, and you said hi, and I hope you're well, and you're looking well.
Christine?
Is it Christine? I don't know, but in Spain, is it? Oh, right, okay. It's quite an elderly lady.
Margaret.
Margaret.
She's in Banstead.
Banstead. Let me just try and work with you, Margaret, because I feel as the screen was flicking over there, I got drawn to you on the screen, and I feel your mother was also in the spirit world here. And I want to go with a deep voice here with somebody in the spirit world, somebody that, and if I'm not with you, sorry, I forgot names. Sorry?
Margaret's come up there.
That's hello, Margaret, that's you, yeah. Would you understand somebody with a really strong voice, like my mother? This reminded me of my mother. She had almost like a smoker's voice, and it was almost sounded like a man on the phone. I got somebody in the spirit world that links around me that I feel was for you, Margaret. Would you understand that?
15 second delay. She normally answers pretty quickly.
Jack. Also, Jack's in the spirit world being called out here for you as well. Okay, so where did I go? Mother. I feel it's your mother, and I also got Jack in the spirit world that's being called out to me. As I look at your picture, I'm looking at your mother. Thank you, you said yes there. As I look at you, I'm looking at your mother in my mind here, within the build and the features there. You would understand this. Mum was quite a strong character. Although she was quite a small character within build, she was quite strong within her character. Nobody was getting much past mother. You would understand this. She talks about fighting battles in her time, so I know there would have been lots of up and downs within her life there with battling, but she was good at it, she tells me. I keep looking at your picture on the screen here, and I could just see your mum stood here as well. I feel Jack also links around you there, I said earlier, and I feel Jack is linked to either your mother or here with you within a smaller circle. You would understand this.
That's right.
I don't know if I'm drying up or your mother would have had problems with her throat there towards the end, because I feel I've lost a lot of weight around my neck here, and I'm very sore within the throat. You would understand that with mum, because I feel also with your mother, she would have lived to a very good age, but I feel whatever was going on was in the throat area. That's right, thank you. She takes my voice away almost, as if like she's also making me laugh, because you would understand with the teeth there. I know with mum she would have had the false teeth, and we'd be looking for them everywhere. Mum's put them down somewhere and I can't find them, but you would understand that, my mum. Okay. A lovely lady, and I know she had a good heart, but you wouldn't want to cross your mum, and that's not just you, that's the rest of the world at times, because she stood her ground, and she wants you to stand your ground with something that's going on around you at the moment, because it's not right, she's telling me. If you could understand that, because she's not giving me any more information on that, and as I always say, it's for you to understand and not for me or anybody else to understand. So Margaret, if you can take all that information, I know you've got your... There's a gentleman joins you here from the spirit world. I don't know if this is Dad, but they're of a similar height. You know, I think Dad, if it's Dad, he's a little bit high. He's just popping in to say hi. Arnold is also being called out from the spirit world, but she wants you to get something that's not right sorted, okay? You need a bit of your mother's strength here, I believe. Take her love and know she's around you, Margaret, and thank you very much for working with me.
How you with me, mother? That's unusual for Margaret.
It's probably typing away.
She'll hear me, she'll have a go at me.
I've
done that, yeah.
I've done that. Okay, thank you, Margaret. Where are we going then? I've got to come to you. I don't know why I keep getting drawn to you as you walked in this afternoon. Sharon, hello, Sharon.
Hello.
I don't know why. As you sit there, I was sat there. I get drawn to people. So we're trying to do one-on-one, and one online, one offline. Who's Trevor?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm not with you then. Hang on, we're getting a... Oh, sorry, I've walked out the screen here.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
In spirit.
Trevor is, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have a gentleman then, if this is Trevor, I know I'm talking of somebody 6 foot, you know, I'm quite tall here, maybe my height, I'm 5'8" or 9. I've got a very slim build gentleman, and I've got somebody that would be on the go all the time. Is this making any sense to you?
Trevor was quite short.
Okay, then maybe Trevor's just the link for me to link with you. Okay? Would you understand a gentleman in the spirit world around about my height, maybe a bit taller, around about my build, I'd guess, but quite athletic in the ways he was always on the go?
Yeah.
I know he would have been a cyclist, because he takes me to a sort of a racing bike here, and I know we're going back in time because of the shape of the bike. It's not one of these modern types. It's an old...
That's my bike.
It was your bike, was it? Okay, so you would understand. Trevor must link, if it links around you, he's used that for me to link to you. Okay, you would understand if this gentleman would have had trouble in the stomach area. I feel towards the end. It would have taken him to the... I didn't know what I was going to say there, and I got drawn to my stomach as if like I don't feel too good. Yeah. You would understand this, and I have gone downhill quite quickly. Yeah. Okay. Why has he come this morning for me, for you? Because I just feel you're going through some bad times yourself at the moment. Would this make sense? And again, with the reading, the mind, we all play our own tricks on our own minds. And he brings that for me this morning for you. Okay, we need to just switch that way we're thinking, because things are not going the way you want them to go, and bring that happiness and that joy for you. You understand that. Thank you. Things are going to change for you, I'm being told, okay? There's changes coming for you that will change the way you feel. I don't want to predict anything. I just give what Spirit give to me. But if you understand that, that's great. But I just feel, and it's not that far away, there's changes coming. I'm being shown a ring here, and I've got somebody coming through with real emotions. I don't know if Mum's in the spirit world or you have a sister in the spirit world, but I just got a lady here that brings me the emotional side of life. Your nan, is it? Okay, because I just feel I want to bring the love to you. I just, you know, that's how they bring it to me. I've sort of gone all jellified. With,
got a ring, yeah.
you got her rings, because she took me to a ring back then, didn't she? I was playing with my finger. And I always say to people, watch the mediums, because we do the most. Last night I kept buttoning my jacket up when I was talking. What am I doing? And when I explained it to the gentleman, that's the way his father was. So I always say, watch the mediums, because they bring that through. Okay. She was a medium. Oh, that's good then. So we should get a good link if this is your nan here, because I just think she wants to bring that love through for you at the moment, because I know what you're going. I don't. They do. But when I say I know what you're going through, I can feel it. You understand that? And so I know there's trouble within you and around you. But I feel most of it's coming from here. Would you understand? Okay. They just want you to get the mindset changed, you know, because we are what we are, and we can make our own world, can't we? We can make our own happiness by just sitting by a pond and watching fish float around.
That's right, it's just been a long time.
Yeah, we've all have to, Lorraine and I were talking about this coming along, we have to sort of get ourselves out, because we're all so used to being pulled back, aren't we?
Yeah.
And it's not doing you any good, okay? Take the love from your mother here, and take the love from the gentleman in the spirit, your nan, sorry, wasn't it? I forget, because as I'm giving the information, it's not like your mum, because I felt there was the motherly bit there. But I know with the love and the emotion she brings through for you, she just wants to give that to you in some upliftment, okay? Have a lovely day. Thanks very much for working with me. Thank you.
Back again. Right, let's see what I'm going to get. Right, I've got a gentleman coming through, and I know that I've got the name Derek. I know that this gentleman would have been very, I just felt like loads of people knew him. I felt like I'm very much appreciated. I know it's like I really sort of help people as well. I do feel with him, it's a bit strange. I'm getting like apples and pears.
I think you with me, Dad.
Oh, okay.
He was Derek.
Sorry.
And we were growing closer.
Oh, okay. All right then.
He was, sounds arrogant, but he was pretty well known in the movement.
Right, okay. Right then. Sorry, everyone.
We all knew him quite well.
Sorry?
We all knew him quite well.
Oh, okay. Right, okay.
I'm just letting you know, he's quite well known.
Right, okay then. Right, okay. Because I was going to say he was quite religious. So, I mean...
Yeah, I mean, he was president here for 25, 26 years.
Right.
Had a very deep religious conviction within him.
Right, okay, right. Okay. And because I'm getting... So I feel the way he's sort of coming in... Have you got like... what's it... Jewish connections?
Yes, by a mother, yeah.
Right, okay, because that's what I was getting with him as well, like the Jewish connection. But I know that I just felt very well loved, and I'm very outspoken as well. I know I wouldn't sort of like, you know, anyone said anything, mate, and I'm in a, right, okay, so and I know that I'd be sort of like just saying it as it is. I don't take prisoners. I feel like I don't take prisoners, and I'm very much, yeah, I'm just sort of like, oh. But he's coming in with saying about the money. Yeah. He's saying it will come back in.
Okay.
He said it will, because I feel like there's been worries about money, and I just felt like it's He's going to come back in. He says, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Um,
Understand that conversation I had with Jackie yesterday.
okay. And he's just saying, you know, don't worry about it. And I do feel he would have called you my boy.
Yeah.
Okay, because he's saying...
unsavoury words as well.
Because he's just making me feel that, you know, he's saying it's all right, my boy.
Yeah. Okay.
He's just sort of like, and I know he's putting his hand on your shoulder there, and he's saying, doing this. He's sort of like grabbing you and going like that.
No, I get that.
Okay, so, and he's just saying everything will work out fine. I feel that, so you've got to do a bit more praying.
Okay.
Okay, but he said everything's going to work out fine. I do feel that, right, okay. He's taken me around Ashley, actually,
Yeah.
as well. And he's saying about him being a little bit stubborn on something.
After his mother.
And he's saying he's not telling me what it is. He's not telling me what it is, but he's just saying he's being stubborn about something.
There's a career thing that's gone on.
Okay.
He stood his ground.
Right, and he's just been a bit stubborn. He said like he needs to.
Change his career.
Okay, so he needs to get forward and go with that. Okay, so he's giving him a push there, and take his love, because you know he is always around. All right, and thank you for working with me. Right, I seem to be getting like Richard now, right? Who else am I going to get now? I need to get someone out there, don't I? Right, let me see who I'm going to get now. I know, I don't know where I'm going, so they come in and I've just got to give it out. Okay then, so I know that I've got a lady coming in now. I'm getting the name Sylvie or Sylvia around this lady. I'm not saying it's her name, but it could be someone around.
In the front, on the gym with the glasses, grey suit.
This lady? This gentleman? Oh, so this lady's with you? Do you think? Okay, right. And would this be your like a mother figure? Would this be your mother? Wife. But she treated you. She pampered. I felt like she pampered you, and she was like a really good wife, because I do feel she sort of, I don't know, she just pushed you along in life. I just felt like she really nurtured you. I felt like she was always there, like to, you know, help you along your way. And I felt like this would have been like everything that you wanted to do, she's making me feel. Do you understand this? Right, okay. It's like if you wanted to change your career, or if you wanted to do something, she would have been there. Like, you know, they always say there's a good woman behind every good man. And this is what she's saying. Oh, really, there. So I know that the love's coming through for you. I know with her, right, she's saying, like, I know I had my ways sometimes, but I know that we were strong together. And I do feel like, you know, you went through a lot of stuff together. And it's like you went through thick and thin, and you just stayed together. And then this is what she's saying about coming through with that love for you. Okay, right, okay. And I know that it's like she knows that you miss her, and I know that sometimes you get a bit lonely, and I know that I feel like, you know, I know I saw you when I walked into the church, so I know that, and because you're here as well, but this is really good for you to sort of be out with people. And I know, like, because we've had like lockdown and everything, and I do feel like you was quite isolated, but she's making me feel that she was always with you every step of the way. Right, okay, what else do you want to say? All right, so she's saying about a son. A son? Okay. And she's just saying about, is the apple of her eye? Do you understand this? Okay. Right, no, but what I mean is that I felt like he was the apple of her eye. Like, you know, like he was everything to her. To him, I mean. To her, sorry, I'm getting that wrong. It was, hang on, let me start again. She felt like he was the apple of her eye, meaning that, you know, he was everything to her. I felt like she put too much into him. Like, you know, it's like all my eggs were in one basket. But she's saying that, okay, right, okay. And there's just something going on around him at the moment, and I can't sort of make out what she's actually saying, but I just felt like there's something going on around him at the moment, whether he needs healing or whether he needs some help. But I mean, I don't know whether you.
Yeah, I think he does, yeah.
Right, okay. And she's.
Lost track with him, he disappeared from somewhere.
Right, okay. But it's just that that's just what she's just giving you, that she knows what he's up to, but she's not saying what he's up to. But I just felt like he needs a little bit of healing, needs that help. But take her, love, because, I just want to come and hug you. This is like, she's so happy to come through. But yeah, if you could just take her, love, and and just take her wishes for her son to sort of get better. Okay. Thank you for working with me. Thank you. My mouth's drying up now. There you go.
Okay. I feel it's time for me to go. I feel I have a lady joining me from the spirit world, and I'm getting pulled to a connection up sort of Nottingham, up that sort of way, up north way, with this lady. Whether there was family up north or her family were up north, I'm not quite sure. I have a lady that is carries a good body figure. She's not overweight, she's not underweight, she's just carries a good body figure. I hate describing bodies, but and I feel the name Jacqueline would link around this lady or the person I need to link with today. I also feel with this lady, I would have passed to the spirit world way before. Well, I don't know when our time is right, whether, I think if we get over 60, 70, we're doing all right. But I don't feel this lady made that age. Is this making any sense to anybody?
Anyone here in church? Nothing online at the moment, just carry on.
Okay, come on, give me some big evidence. I feel I want to be talking to a daughter. I want to be talking to a lady anyway. If it's not my daughter, I want to be talking to somebody that would have been close to me. I feel what do I feel? I feel whoever I need to talk to, there's been prayers sent up. I need some questions to some answers, and they've been asking Mum here, I believe this is Mum, in the spirit world. Not as though she's going to maybe not give me the questions to the answers, but I know...
Someone called Mia Thomas. I can take the lady as my name, and her sister is Jackie, and we have family up north. Yes, she died young. Okay. Let me carry on working with this lady then, because for me, I have to work quite fast because it just comes in quick. So working online and waiting for a message is quite hard sometimes. But I know Mum's worried about you at the moment and worried about what's going on around you. And I know with Mum, she was the one that would sort the family out. Would you understand that? You would understand Mum would be the one that sorted the problems out. I'll wait for Richard to give me, because if I stop to look at that, I just go off track. So I know with Mum here, she would have been the one that sorted problems out within the family there and got everybody back on track. She was the one that got everybody together, because I feel within the family there has been some quite upsets going on around you at the moment. Who's Tom or Thomas is also being called out there, and I feel Tom or Thomas is here on the earth plane, and you would understand that name. I'm going to have to wait for that because I want to go on. Yes, she would be worried and she would have sorted out all our problems. Okay. Does the name Tom or Thomas link around you here on the earth plane? Her surname's Thomas.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah. Well done. I wasn't looking at that. Okay, Tom or Thomas. So I just feel that there's somebody causing some aggravation around there within the family, and it needs to be...
There's a rift in the family.
Okay, it needs
somebody, and I don't know if this is you, she's making me aware of you getting to sort this out and getting everybody back on track. Because I feel with you, your mother makes me aware of this. Sorry, I don't know who I'm with now. It makes me aware that you are the type of person that can sort these sort of problems out.
Thomas as well.
Oh, and Thomas. Okay, would you understand the problems around Thomas at the moment? Oh, that's the surname, isn't it? Or was that a first name? Thomas.
No, what I'm saying is,
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, I just feel there's somebody within the family that's stirring up the trouble there, and it needs to be sorted. And Mum's telling me, I feel you're the one to.
Someone causing problems.
Okay, you're the one that needs to sort it out because you know exactly what's going on, and the rest of the family there don't. So if you can take that, that's the message from your mum. She does send the love, and Jack is also being called out from the spirit world. So take the love from the spirit world, and thank you very much for working with me, Mia. Right, let's work with somebody inboard. It's easier, isn't it?
Yes, I can understand the problems around me. My last name is Thomas.
Okay, thank you. There's definitely a male within the family that's causing problems there, so take the love from the spirit world and thank you. I want to be this side of the room, and I'm getting Henry or Henry being called out from the spirit world. Can anybody in this side of the room take that name from a gentleman in the spirit world? No. Oh, right at the back there. Okay. Two. I thought it was with these gentlemen here, but that shows you how wrong you can be. Sorry if I keep going off screen. I can't stand still when I'm working sometimes. You would understand if... do you know what? I've even forgot the name I called out. Was it?
Henry.
Henry, thank you. I don't know if this is Henry I'm working with in the spirit world, but that's the name they get me to link with you. You would understand. You would understand with this gentleman then, I'm almost like quite a strict way within my living. Would you understand that if I'm with you, madam? Yes. I'm almost like militarized. Yeah, and I want... and she can at the back. If I work with both of you, because sometimes the message can be split up and we can both take it. Yeah, you would understand that. No, I don't even know if you're going to get a message yet, but I just know with this gentleman, I want to be, I think I would have been in the RAF or something like that, because I just feel I want to do my buttons up like I did the other night, and I want to be strict, if you know what I mean. I can forget the RAF because the lady behind can take the RAF, and with both of you, that's fine. But you would understand the strictness. It's almost like it's the way I've been brought up, and I want things done properly, and I want them done now, and I was this type of gentleman. You would understand. Yeah. Thank you, because that's where the military bit comes into me, because I think, you know, those of us that have been in it, not me, those of us that have been in the military, they have a different outlook to life than those that don't, because we're taught to stand at attention, we're taught to talk properly, and that's all gone by the by when they've done away with national service, because I know this gentleman's talking about national service as well. I know he would have been in national service. I just feel with this gentleman, he kept himself to himself in a way. He kept his thoughts and problems to himself. You would understand that. And he brings that for me, for you, the lady in the green there, that you're also a person that likes to keep your problems to yourself. You don't like to let everybody too much know what's going on. Is that right? True. Because it's like a form of trust with you. Yeah, you would understand that. I don't need to go into it as long as I can say it that way. Yeah, it's like a form of trust. And with the gentleman here in the spirit world, it was all the same. You know, the sayings, I ain't that old, so don't worry about it. Back in the war, you know, walls have ears and all that sort of thing. This gentleman was like that, obviously come through that period. So it was like, we've got to be careful who we're talking to, okay? And as I talk about that, it reminds me of something that's going on around you at the moment, that you have to be very careful what you're saying. Would this make sense to you? Okay, I don't know if you're sitting. Okay, I don't know if it's your neighbour, but I know you are of that type of person. We just got to be careful what we're saying to certain people, because you like to live
Kelly's saying yes as well.
Kelly's saying is yes, thank you. You just like to live a private life, really. You know, you've got your friends around you that you will talk to, but those on the outside, you know, they just need a hello in the morning, that sort of thing. I'm not saying you're not a caring person, because I feel you are. You are. Sounds like a cowboy, doesn't it? You are. Okay, so I don't know why they're making me do that, but I just know you're that type of person as well. I'm just going to, wherever it's gone, there, just have a little drink here, because I might have something for the lady behind you. Just know he's around you, and the love comes down from the spirit world there. You also have an auntie. I'm being called out an auntie in the spirit world here. Who's Janet? How about the lady behind you?
Kelly, do you understand Janet?
A friend of my auntie's, a very close friend.
Okay, I just have an auntie, and I got the name Janet. So
She's still earthbound, sorry.
okay. If normally when they're talking about somebody that's earthbound, they're talking about we need to be sending those healing thoughts out to them. And you know, healing's not just about I'm not well. Healing's about obviously people that are struggling within themselves. Yeah, because we can send healing out for that as well. So that's why I always say when I'm talking about somebody here, normally it's about we need to be thinking about them and sending the healing out. But just know they're around you, and know the love's being sent out for you. And I don't know what I got here, dogs or cats. I've got lots of little animals coming in for the lady in the green there. Would you understand lots of pets around you?
Not mine, but I do understand that.
Okay.
Around a lot years ago, yeah.
All right. Well, there's quite a few of them here. Just
Talking about them recently.
okay. Then well, they know that, so they just come to say hello, but they don't say it like we do. But they say it with their presence, okay? Because I've got quite a few animals down here, all different shapes and sizes and makes. I call them makes. Okay. Take the love from the spirit world, and thank you very much for working with me. Both of you. Thank you.
Hello again. Right, I've got this gentleman coming in. I felt like he worked on the buses, and I know that I would have been a real sort of like Jack the Lad. As I'm just standing up there, I nearly lost my balance. So I know something was going on with him with his balance. I don't know whether it was the drink, because I know that he would have liked a little drink. I know that he would have smoked as well quite a lot, because I'm like lighting one up and chucking it down and lighting up another one. But I know with him, I've got like breathing problems. So I know that I've got my lungs are really sort of feel really, really tight. So I don't know whether this is is it OCPD? I'm dyslexic, so I always get it all round the wrong way.
COPD.
See what I mean? I'm dyslexic. I can't know. Well, I can never get it right.
Do the breathing and lungs.
Yeah. So I mean, it's yeah, I know that, but I'm just saying the thing. But oh. So yeah. So and I know that I'm sort of like a really cheeky, lovable lad. Not lad. He was a lad back then, but I felt like he was, you know. Yeah, he was just sort of like real sort of lovely guy. You could sort of really get on with him. Can anyone take this?
I know I've already had a message, but I can take all that.
Can you? Right. Do you understand Ronald McDonald? I don't know why he's brought that in.
Yeah.
Can you? Good.
My son loves McDonald's.
Okay. Because I thought to myself, that's McDonald's, isn't it? Ronald McDonald's. Okay. And he's...
Getting takeaways.
Oh, right. Okay. That's the reason why then.
And also someone online, Lynn Milton, can take everything so far.
Okay. All right then. Well, let me work with you first, Sharon first, and I'll come back to Lynn. But I just feel with him, he was just so cheeky.
Yeah.
And he would just sort of like say things, and you go like, are you messing around? Or, you know, that type of thing.
Yeah.
And he was just sort of, I don't know, you just loved him because that's the way he was. I know that is like the reason why he's coming in, and I do feel because he said Ronald McDonald's, if that's connected to your son, he's saying like with him, I feel like he's quite cheeky as well, and he's saying it's like, are you related to this gentleman?
He was my husband, so it's my son's dad.
Right, because I just had this pull and thinking like he's just like me. And I wasn't too sure whether he was connected to him, but he's like it's just like me, like could have a real laugh, and it's got a wicked sense of humour. I said, don't change, because that's really lovely. But he needs to start buckling down. He was saying about doing work.
He's just started doing that.
Right, okay. So maybe he's acknowledging that then. But he's just saying he's just got a big smile on his face. Just like so proud, big smile, loves him to bits. He just sort of like, he knows that he can be a little bit silly. He said like, you've got to watch him that he doesn't go off. He's saying like off on one. Does that make sense? Right. So he's just saying, you just need to watch him. Right, okay. But he's just like really proud of him, and really lovely. So take his love and pass that on to his son if you could, or your son as well. All right, thank you for working with me. Oh, that Ronald McDonald.
Lynn's saying, sounds like my dad before he got married and he had a brother, Ronald.
Right, okay. Let me see what I can get for you, Lynn. So, Lynn, I do feel like it was the same sort of thing, because I felt like with the chest. And as I'm sort of getting him to come in a little bit closer to me, I felt like with your dad, I felt like he had a lot more things going on with him, and I felt like really, really struggling towards the end. I felt that with him, it sort of took his personality away a little bit, because I know that he was quite a carefree gentleman, but I just felt like this sort of dampened him a little bit. And I felt like with him, it was like I was getting quite down, but I didn't like to show people how I was actually feeling, because it's like, that's not me, that's not how I want to be. And I just felt he was very much, as I said, very much loved. But also stubborn, because I felt like with your dad, he's quite stubborn in the way that he didn't want help. It's like everyone was trying to give him help, but he's like, no, I can do it myself. But I feel that this is where he's coming in with a message for you. It's about, you've got to stop being so, I'm going to say stubborn, because I felt like this is what he's bringing in. And I felt like this is where you've got to sort of start, sort of standing up for yourself as well, because I feel like you're getting very put upon at the moment. Can you understand this, Lynn? Yes, okay. And he's saying about like standing up for yourself and just being, doing things for you instead of doing things for other people. I know this is family. I know this is, we all get these stresses and everything, but he's just saying it's about time you start living your life and let them live theirs. But this is where I feel, if you can understand this is where he actually wants to sort of take me to let you know that. And he's also saying cheers as well, because I know that there will be an anniversary around, but I know that he will be there because he's going cheers. So you take his love, and thank you very much for working with me. I hope you can understand the cheers.
She understands.
Okay, all right then, thank you for working with me, thank you. Yes.
Thank you very much to our mediums this morning. And Lynn says she totally gets it. So that's good. Well done. Thank you very much. Next week's medium is Peter Goddard. doing a return to the church, and I look forward to welcoming Peter. And friends, and thank you for all being here today. Can I ask just one thing of you all today here physically in the church? Can you vacate as soon as possible? We've got another event here this afternoon, and I need to clean the church before that. And we've got an event on tonight with Ivan and Ashley, and I need to clean the church after the other event. So if you could vacate the church as quick as possible, and I'll do that. And she says thank you again, Lynn. So friends, thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you through the coming weeks. You've seen the adverts in Spiritual Psychics TV. Support that group of people. They do some wonderful things at the moment. Start voting tomorrow, if those who can, and please vote for what you think is right within Spiritual Psychic TV's plans. Now friends, thank you all very much. Once again, thank Lorraine and Alan for a lovely morning. Thank you both very much. Safe journey home. And friends, I'd ask our medium to close our meeting with prayer.
Would you all like to join me in prayer? Divinely loving Spirit, we give thanks for the bond of love that we have shared this afternoon, and that we go out and spread that love to everyone that we meet. I would also ask for healing for Mother Earth and everything that resides in her. And Father God, we know that there is life after death, and that I want you to all go forward and spread that word, that there is always life after death. Amen.
Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Jackie and I hope you have a lovely, safe week in front of you. And those of you here today, have a great tea outside afterwards. There's tea and coffee. God bless you all. Richard at Spiritual Psychics TV, thank you very, very much. And all of you, thank you. Bye-bye.